E aí, fanáticos, beleza? Continuando a série Insanidade, trazendo a quarta parte de Call of Cthulhu. Simbora! Essa lamparina acabou.
What does this mean? Am I in an asylum? What did they inject him with? Sarah. Why the strange symbol repeated over and over? What did he write about the painting? Sarah Hawkins is on this list of authorized visitors.
Eu nem vi, né? Se tem alguma coisa pra atualizar aqui. Tem. Vamos na força.
If I don't get out of here, I'll end up like him. Poor wretch.
I would like to say that I'm surprised to see you, but we all know that your curiosity will be your ruin.
I don't understand. These people need care. You keep them in this terrible place as if...
Go back upstairs where your patients are waiting for you to treat them. As for you, gentlemen, do not disappoint me anymore. No one enters or leaves.
Yes, Doctor. Damn it. I'll have to find a way of getting rid of those two myself.
I told you not to let her come down. I know. If you do it again, I'll report you. All right. I know.
The machine is working again, but the control wheels haven't been put back on.
I was just going to the storage room. I can bring them to you.
No, Dr. Fuller doesn't want us touching the pressure valves.
As you want. I'm gonna see if there's sleeping pills left. They've run out again upstairs.
Put a few aside for me, will you? And above
Control
all,
wheel
leave the
to mount
wheels
on a
where they
plumbing
are.
system.
Esse tomo pesado, o primeiro em uma série de 3 volumes, é o livro de cabeceira de todo médico experiente. Ele contém todos os avanços recentes na medicina moderna. É muito encontrado nas bibliotecas das grandes universidades de medicina. É surpreendente deparar-se com uma cópia num lugar tão isolado quanto em Duckwater. Os caras não eram ignorantes, não. O índice da semana passada causou dano significativo à estrutura, interrompendo os experimentos atuais. Isso é inaceitável a partir de agora. As válvulas que operam as torneiras de gás devem ser guardadas no depósito após cada uso. Além disso, deve-se manter o registro de uso atualizado, Dr. Fuller.
The green gas leaves from here and it runs through the whole building. Perfect.
Me lembro que tem acho que 3 maneiras, se não me engano, de fazer essa fase.
This valve controls the pressure. Now for the next step. It's impossible to break this chain with my bare hands. Have I activated anything?
Claustrofobia.
This lever must turn on the gas machine. There's nothing happening.
Não, tá.
Perfect.
Porra. Procurar aqui não sei o que, mas tem alguma coisa pra gente achar.
With these chains on your wrist, you can't escape.
Caraca, bicho, cadê o negócio? Bicho, cadê o negócio, velho? Ih, cacete.
The piping hasn't burst. Not yet, anyway.
Hmm. Hmm. Fuja do
I've got to hide
sanatório.
before the guards see me.
Who's gonna think we did this? We gotta tell him, though. Who's there?
Caralho.
Come on.
It's locked.
I think we got a walker.
Vai, 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 vai.
Doctor, is that you?
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me, like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
Estou sentindo algo estranho.
What is the exact nature of the beast you're running away from?
Well, you've got instinct, a sensitivity for the invisible. It puts you in danger. The creature that is pursuing me is not from our world.
After what I've seen so far on this island, I'm ready to believe you.
Don't do that! Do not believe, or you'll end up like us all.
What happened to you, Sanders?
The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me. You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened more cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
In her office, I saw signs of a ritual, perhaps an invocation. These things, that's what makes you say she's cursed.
You're wrong. It was not an invocation, but a revocation. But she failed. And that's what counts.
What's going on this island?
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. No, don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor. The Shambler.
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Without her, it's no longer possible to save me. No!
Sanders! What the hell? I gotta... Okay. This is insane. What killed him?
É uma morte nada muito casual. Que é isso, pô?
Damn! The gas! Oh. My head.
Later. We need to move on.
Cara, tem uma das risadas no sanatório. Se vocês forem fazer outros caminhos, que tem o caminho das válvulas, da eletricidade. Tem uma risada ali de um doido que lembra muito a risada do Bloodborne. Acho que foi inspiração, né? Ela lembra muito.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
What you say is true.
That is precisely why I'll find evidence.
Fine. Do what you want. I'm just trying to wheeze.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day's only starting. It's fine.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
I saw people in hoods. They had stolen Mrs. Hawkins' paintings.
Who are you talking about? Why would they do such a thing?
I don't know, but they were a threat. They've taken over the caves under the mansion. They were performing some kind of ritual. One of the entryways was under Charles Hawkins' office.
We suspect Mr. Hawkins of being involved.
My patients believe the old islanders used to worship primitive sea gods. Could they be the focus of the cult?
Am I hearing this right?
So you think me gullible?
No, not at all.
What else did you uncover, Mr. Pierce?
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there, with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
He's right. We can't ignore the truth.
But it could drive her mad.
Better madness than ignorance. Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what...
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
Bom, como vocês viram, cada escolha de resposta altera o nosso destino. Vocês vão entender isso mais no final do jogo. Vou ver se não tem nada por aqui, se aparecer algo de novo. Ah, não dá.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders? I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here. You know each other.
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The main thing is that we understood one another. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
Se eu tivesse com a psicologia upada, não se sinta culpada. Bom, vamos ser mais bonzinhos.
We had a short conversation and then I left. I don't know what happened after that.
Oh, I see. Mr. Pierce, you must forgive my audaciousness. But I've had practice of life in high society for over 30 years. Reading one's interlocutors, recognizing the politeness of a lie, are things that are taught very early to young girls from a good family. But your lie has nothing
Não
polite
acreditou
about
na
it.
resposta.
It is crass, insulting, and dare I say, terribly suspicious. Try to understand my position. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
Mrs. Sanders, I understand your grief, and I extend my deepest condolences to you. But I had nothing to do with the death of your husband. I've just arrived on Darkwater. I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
The death of the Hawkins family? You mean it was not an accident? This accursed island knows only tragedy after tragedy. You too would be advised to flee it like the plague. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
I deduce that your husband already mentioned this dimensional shambler.
Well, you can't imagine, that's all. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place.
Hold on. The shambler is a painting.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself.
It is my only lead at this stage.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again.
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't... Did she really care for him after all?
Confirmo o recebimento da carta na qual demanda o corpo do seu finado marido. Sinto informá-lo que não posso concordar em entregar-lhe o corpo. No momento da internação dele, você assinou uma exoneração, permitindo-me dispor do corpo como bem entendesse. Estendo meus sinceros pêsames a você, Dr. Thomas Fuller.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives. Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even? Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally." What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting? He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom? She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel? Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins? The Shambler. I need to see it. Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it?
Entra na casa da mulher, toca o piano.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids.
Quem quiser a dica do piano, ouve essa parte aí, ó.
I can't take anymore. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery.
Ver se não tem mais nada pra cá.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
Balinha, bacalhau. Oxi.
I could use one of those. An old diary.
Você leria o livro? Claro que leria. É como uma enciclopédia de criaturas monstruosas e desconhecidas. Estou começando a acreditar na existência delas. Viu a importância de explorar bem o local?
That's twice you've stepped on my...
I've got a...
Some can... What have you come...
I have a well off before...
Nice but as long...
Perder tempo falando
I
contigo.
found...
What?
I don't...
Vamos ver se eu ainda lembro como faz isso aqui. Faz tanto tempo.
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery. Why was he so interested in old weapons? What the hell was that?
Caralho, tá chegando nada, velho. Vai, 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 vai.
Damn. This dagger looks different.
Vai, 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 vai.
What's the matter with you? You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
I ran, screamed, broke a pane of glass. You were in the next room and you didn't hear a thing.
If I hadn't heard a thing, I'd still be in the other room. The door was blocked. I got in as soon as I could. I like to look after my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, Where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
The creature. This dagger was the only weapon capable of pushing it back. If Hawkins was trying to get rid of this shambler, she might have made contact with Drake. This antique dealer has a good knowledge of the occult. I have nothing to lose by meeting him.
You've got your spunk back. Go where you want. I'm staying here to talk business with Irene.
É, rapaziada. O andarilho dimensional.
Where's the
Bom,
bookseller?
fanáticos, o vídeo já está longo, vou encerrar a quarta parte por aqui. Próximo vídeo eu começo a quinta parte. Agradeço aí, se puder deixar o joinha, comentar, compartilhar o vídeo, se inscrever no canal para dar essa força inicialmente. É isso aí, fanáticos, e falou!